This reflection draws from elements of perception.
All right, let's start with a question, something that might just stick with you. I want you to really think about this for a second. When you look at your world, how much of it is really just a reflection of you?
On the surface, we're all in this together, right? We're moving through a world of shared circumstances. We all deal with the same stuff: the weather, the news, the daily grind. That's the common ground we all stand on.
But, and this is where it gets really interesting, even though we share those circumstances, our experiences can be worlds apart. Think about it. Two people, same car, same traffic jam. One person is absolutely losing their mind, right? Fuming, angry. The other, just kind of chilling, listening to music, maybe just enjoying a quiet moment to think. It's the exact same event. So what gives? How can that be?
Well, it comes down to this idea that reality affects individuals based on how they perceive their circumstances. It's like we all have our own unique pair of glasses on, and that filter, that perception, it colors everything. The event itself, the traffic jam, it doesn't really have any built-in meaning. It's just a thing that's happening. We're the ones who decide if it's a disaster or just a pause.
So let's zoom in on that moment. That tiny little gap between something happening out there and our response in here. There's a space. It can feel almost instantaneous, almost non-existent sometimes, but it's there. And everything hinges on what we do in that space. That's where our power is.
And here's a perfect example of that choice in action. Let's say you get some unexpected news. Your plans get completely derailed. For one person, that's it. It's a total disruption, a roadblock. But for someone else, it might be an opportunity, a chance to try something totally new, a door opening that they never would have seen otherwise. It's the same event, but it creates two completely different paths forward.
And this really just hits the nail on the head. The idea is that our individual reactions are what grant circumstances any significance at all. I mean, think about that. The events themselves are kind of empty. We're the ones who fill them with meaning. A setback isn't a failure until we call it one. We're the ones handing over the power.
So what is all this pointing to? It's something the source calls conscious living. And it sounds kind of lofty, but it's really not. It's just recognizing that we have this ability, the power to choose our perception, the power to actually shape our own experience from the inside out.
Now look, this isn't about pretending that the outside world doesn't exist. Life is demanding. It throws stuff at us constantly: deadlines, responsibilities, expectations. That's just part of the deal, right? That's real. The real question is, what do we do with all those demands?
Because here's the pivot point. The demands are external, but our decision to let them run our lives, that's internal. We can't always control what's asked of us, but we absolutely get to decide how we engage with it. We decide how much real estate it gets to take up in our heads. That's our freedom.
So if you follow that logic, it leads to a pretty amazing place. If our experience is an inside job, then chasing peace out in the world is, well, it's kind of a losing game, isn't it? It means that genuine peace can only be found within. It has to be something we carry with us, not something we're hoping to stumble upon.
So what does that even mean, a sanctuary within? It's not about finding a quiet corner or going on vacation, though those things are nice. It's about a state of mind. It's this place inside your own consciousness that you can always go to. No matter how chaotic things get on the outside, this inner space is always there, always accessible. It's a source of peace that you don't have to earn or wait for.
Okay, so this is where we get to the heart of it, the idea that can really shift things. Our inner world, it's not just a mirror reacting to what's happening. It's more like a projector. It's an active force. It doesn't just respond to reality, it actually helps create it.
I mean, listen to this. Reality is shaped by perception. It's so simple, but it flips the script entirely. We usually think it's the other way around, right? That the world happens and then we perceive it. This suggests no. What you perceive is the reality you will experience. Full stop.
So how does that actually happen? It's a pretty straightforward process when you break it down. It starts with your perception. What you pay attention to, how you interpret things, that starts to build a belief. Then, that belief acts like a lens, and you start to see more evidence for it everywhere, which in turn shapes your reality. And suddenly, you're not just watching the movie of your life, you're actually co-creating the whole thing.
And when you really get that, it's a total game changer. Life stops being this thing that just happens to you, this series of events you have to react to. Instead, it becomes this dance, a process that you're an active participant in. You're shaping it moment by moment, just by where you place your awareness.
Which leaves us with this final thought, a kind of reversal of a common saying. We're always told seeing is believing, but what if it's the other way around? What if you perceive what you come to believe? What if your beliefs are actually creating what you see? Just something to carry with you.